Welcome to this week's edition of the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We're joined this week from folks from the Tahoe Resource Conservation District. Guys, thanks for taking time to join us. Kim Gorman and Nicole Cartwright.
Thanks for having us.
Kim, for maybe some of our folks that aren't familiar with the Resource Conservation District, give us a little bit of an overview and your role there.
Sure. So the Tahoe Resource Conservation District is essentially the organization here that helps with protecting natural resources. And we do that through many of our programs, whether it's erosion control or landscape conservation. We also do restoration and citizen monitoring and excellent conservation education program that we have. So we really serve the community on many levels. For my role specifically, I've just been hired as the First Lake Tahoe Watershed Coordinator. So it's super exciting that I get a chance to work with so many wonderful community members.
Let's talk about the Watershed program and partnership. What does that mean for the community, for homeowners, second homeowners here in the basin?
The Community Watershed Partnership is essentially a campaign to engage the community in restoration and conservation efforts here in Lake Tahoe. And so by community, I mean not just residents, but also business owners, tourists, and also the local agencies. So this program is really about engaging all of those entities so that we can find solutions and also actions on the ground that help our restoration efforts. And so there's three main parts of the Community Watershed Partnership, and we have a community support piece, we have a community organization piece, and then we also have the community action piece. Community support is really what the RCD has been doing all these years. A lot of our erosion control, BMP programs to engage community. And the organization piece is really about how we can get input from community members and residents and tourists alike and collaborate. We're essentially a liaison. We're a non-regulatory liaison between the public and the agencies. And so how we can get input and information on these projects. And then finally, the action piece, which is really what the RCD is I think, a spectacular organization for. We're boots on the ground. We get a lot of stewardship events happening. We're working to develop a citizen science program. We have wonderful education and group work days. In fact, we removed a big car from Cold Creek? Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cold Creek, yeah. Just last summer. So we're helping to get forth community work days also. So input as well as action is really a big part of what we're doing.
So, place to start, if you're interested, want more information, do they contact you?
Yeah, they can certainly contact me, but a great place to start is actually at our website, so the TahoeRCD.org lists all of our programs and what's happening. We have a blog, we have some excellent informational page about aquatic invasive species and other really important programs that we have here in the basin. So, and really the action piece, I'd love to turn that over to Nicole because she's got some excellent information on our aquatic invasive species program. And it's just a wonderful example of how we do boots on the ground. And really, with the coordination between the agencies and the public, that's just a great example.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to the team, and Nicole, we'll come
Thanks.
back and I guess we'll put you in the hot seat.
Sounds good.
All right, stay tuned. More of the Tahoe Real Estate Show coming up right after the break. Welcome back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We're joined again with the folks from the Tahoe Resource Conservation District, Kim and Nicole. Nicole, let's talk about the aquatic invasive species here affecting the lake and the lake clarity. Give us an overview. What are we looking at?
Yeah, great. Tahoe RCD has been running the Watercraft Inspection program or the boat inspection program now for this is entering our 4th season. So we're still, holding strong. We've kept out those nasty little mussels, the quagga and zebra mussels, so we're doing a great job at preventing. But we do have a couple of species that are in the lake that we're also controlling. So Watercraft Inspections, we have 5 different locations around the basin, sort of at the entry points as you're coming in, so off the highways. So we're just inspecting boats, looking for mussels, we're looking for clams, we're looking for plants, we're looking for debris, and most importantly, we just want to make sure that your boat is completely clean, drained, and dry. But we have a great new program this year that's focusing on the non-motorized watercraft, so that's really exciting.
You mean like stand-up paddle boards? And
absolutely, stand-up paddle boards, canoes, kayaks, rafts, inflatables, whatever you got. We're really trying to instill this, and it's a part of what Tahoe RCD does, but instill it into the community to become a Tahoe keeper is what we're calling it. So Tahoe keeper is basically you're becoming self-certified to inspect your own boat or your canoe, your kayak, whatever. So you can go onto our website and check that out, but it's really promoting that stewardship within the community members and our visitors about how they can help protect Tahoe and keep it pristine from aquatic invasive species. So,
I think everyone's gotten a little used to seeing the signs as you come up over 50 or you come up over 89 and even 80.
Absolutely.
Why is it so important? You know,
aquatic invasive species are a hard one. Once they get in, they'll just cause detrimental effects. They take out the bottom food chain. They will crud up our beaches, so we'll get sharp shells. There's a lot of different things, and water quality in general, and I think that's something that we all enjoy about our beautiful lake is how beautiful and blue it is. So aquatic invasive species are really, really important to keep out. So with this Tahoe Keeper program, it's really about taking that ownership and taking that stewardship upon yourself and inspecting your own kayak, canoe, paddleboard, whatever you got. So going to TahoeKeepers.org, there's a fun little video, and you can watch the video, take a little quiz, and you become a certified Tahoe Keeper for yourself. You get in the mail a little decal. You can put that decal on whatever vessel you have, and it really just shows that you're supporting and that you yourself are becoming a certified Tahoe Keeper and inspecting and keeping your boat clean before it goes from water body to water body.
How's the program going to work this summer, and what are the hours of operation, and the checkpoints again?
Sure. So we still have the 5 stations. We have one out in Myers, one on top of Spooner Summit, one up at North Star Ski Resort, Alpine Ski Resort, and Homewood. So really partnering with our ski resorts in town here, which is great. The hours of operation are from 8 to 8 at our larger sites and 8 to 6. But go on to our website, TahoeBoatInspections.com or TahoeKeepers.org. It has all the different locations, hours, and what to do. It's really about becoming clean, drain, and dry before you get here.
How long does the process take? If I'm coming up from the Bay Area, bring my boat up, should I set aside 15, 20 minutes, half hour?
And if you take the right steps ahead of time, the process is very quick. So making sure, again, that it's clean, drain, and dry. That process will be anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes. If we come across any water or any debris, and it has to go through the decontamination process, it could take longer, up to a half an hour to an hour.
Okay.
But we like to ask for clean, drain, dry, and it'll get you right on through that line.
And for what it's doing to protect the environment and the lake, the fees are really minimal.
They are. Yeah, and they range, if you're a Tahoe only boat and you only stay here and you have your seal on, it's $30. And it ranges anywhere from $35 to $120 depending on the length of your boat. $120 is obviously for some of those larger, much larger vessels.
Well, it's a great program. I appreciate everything that you and your organization are doing here for this community and the environment, and help keeping the lake free and clean of these invasive species.
Yeah, thank you.
Our pleasure. Yeah.
Well, we'll put the website up on the screen if anyone has any questions, and thanks again for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
All right. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Tahoe Real Estate Show. We'll see you next week.